So guys, you would agree with me that social media has been hot this past few days, and it's all because of the shocking drama between Peggy Riri and Tai Aimuro. What was supposed to be a calm movie shoot somehow turned into a full-blown clash, with both stars accusing each other of assaults, shouting, blocking cars, and even deflating tires. You heard me right, deflating tires. Nollywood on turn a real-life action film. Now, everywhere online is Team Peggy versus Team Taye. Some are supporting Peggy, while some are supporting Taye. And the arguments are hotter than Lagos traffic at rush hour. But sit tight because I'll break down exactly how this fight started, what both of them are saying, and why this particular clash is shaking Nollywood right now. So guys, let's go. Let's rewind to how everything began. Actress Peggy Ovire, who is not just a fan favorite but also the wife of actor Fredrick Leonard, was on set shooting a movie. Everything was moving fine, lights, camera, makeup, action, until her colleague Taye Aimuro, who was also part of the production, decided his time on set has officially ended. Now, according to Taye's story, he had already completed his agreed hours for the day and wanted to leave. But instead of being allowed to go, he claims things took a shocking turn. His car was allegedly blocked, his tires deflated, and when he tried to insist on leaving, he was physically assaulted. He said he was supposed to leave. His contract says he should finish his own, work around 11 o'clock, but he worked an extra hour for them, and then when it was 12 o'clock a.m., he told them he was going to go home. He said he ended up with injuries to his lips and gums and left the location feeling humiliated and very angry. Once he shared his side online, fans went wild. Many people were like, wait, Peggy Ovire, our elegant Nollywood queen, fighting? The internet was buzzing until Peggy herself came out with her own version of, the event, and that one turned everything upside down again. So, according to Peggy, the story didn't happen that way at all. She said Taye arrived late, to set around 12 noon, when it was supposed to have come much earlier. Because of that lateness, shooting extended into the evening. So when it was time to wrap up, the team only needed him to do 2 short final scenes so the day's work could, be complete. But Peggy claims Taye refused, saying his time was up and he wanted to leave. When the production manager and a driver tried to speak to him, she says things escalated. According to her, Taye got aggressive, allegedly pushed a production manager, and even hit the driver, who, according to Peggy, ended up with a bleeding ear. So now, we have 2 very different versions of the same story. Taye says Peggy's crew attacked him and damaged his car. Peggy says Taye attacked her people and stormed off. Hey beautiful people, it's your girl Esther here again. If you're a returning subscriber or viewer, thank you so much for always supporting this channel. You know very well that I've been telling you that you guys rock my world. And if you're new here, a very big welcome to you to this very big family, Esther on Demand. Do not forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, share with your friends, and also drop your comment below. I love reading from you always. I love reading from you. Okay, guys? So now let's get back to this matter, because Peggy and Taye saga no be small thing at all. It has been disturbing the internet, guys. And just when everybody, was, trying to understand what is happening, because we don't know who to believe anymore. This one came with his own story. The other person came with her own story. And then just this morning, a CCTV footage from the estate has dropped. And trust me, this one changed everything. The clip clearly shows how Taye's car was blocked right inside the estate, and you could literally see him stepping out, looking confused, and before you know it, the entire movie crew seemed to surround him. From the angle of the footage, it's obvious this wasn't just a small disagreement. It looks like the whole set turned up on him. Now, social media has gone wild. People who were, initially dragging Taye are suddenly switching sides. Comment sections, are, flooded with, we owe this man an apology. Oh, this is unfair to him. And Peggy, no, this is not looking good. Some are even calling it bullying, saying it was unfair for an entire team to gang up on one person. But one, of course, not everyone is buying it. A few fans are, insisting that the footage doesn't even tell the full story and that maybe something happened before the clip started rolling. They say we shouldn't be quick to, crown Taye the victim just yet. Still, one thing is clear. This CCTV footage has, completely flipped the narrative. Peggy, who once, had public sympathy, is now getting serious backlash, while Taye is suddenly the internet's latest wronged actor. It's honestly giving movie inside a movie, seriously, because the real drama seems, bigger than the film they were even shooting. So back to why this very incident is actually shaking the internet and why it's, looking like people are really interested in the story, right? Because it is not just only the fans right now that are, reacting to the whole situation, but Nollywood itself is divided. The moment that footage dropped and even the whole story came online, comment sections across Instagram and X went from gossip zones to full-blown debates. And for the very first time since this drama started, we started seeing fellow actors openly standing with Tai. It's serious when industry colleagues, people who usually, stay neutral, start speaking up. Some are calling out what they, described as unprofessional behavior on sets. Others are saying things like this: no actors deserves to be humiliated like that. And a few are even tagging the actors guide to, intervene. So at this point, let's read some of the comments of the people that actually, stood up for Taye and are supporting Taye right now. So you could see here that Bimbo Ademoye is saying that okay, she said, "I'm so sorry you had to go through this. This is a lot." Kiki was so surprised here and she was like, as how now? As how? Then if you look closely here, you see Ashwebi Africa saying, no way, completely surprised this actually, went on. Then Etim F Young, you know very well that he's not into drama, but look at him here supporting Taye, saying, this is absolutely bonkers, a nightmare for every actor. I am so sorry, bro. And then look at Moet, Taye, gosh, I am so heartbroken. This right here, this part right here, I mean, these comments are what really turned the tide. Because when people who know how the industry works start showing support, fans listen differently. Right now, social media feels like a courtroom. On one side, I think people are, calling for justice for Taye, and on the other hand, a smaller group is still saying, wait, don't rush. There is always two sides to a story, and they are still believing in the sides where you say Peggy is the right one. But honestly, you can feel the shift. The sympathy wave that was once in Peggy's corner seems to be moving fast in Taye's direction. Some fans even said things like, if the roles were, reversed, Taye's career might already be finished by now. At this point, it's not just a scandal. It's turning into a full-blown industry conversation and respects ego and how fast public opinions can, flip once a video, surfaces. Now, the major reason why a lot of actors are supporting Taye is, this is where we really need a gist. The major reason people are supporting Taye, especially the Nollywood actors, for a while now, there has been whispers of, for a while now, there has been whispers about Peggy's husband, actor Fredrick Leonard, being quite a tough person to work with on set. In fact, several insiders have hinted that Fredrick is allegedly aggressive and rude whenever things don't go his way during production. Some even claim he has gone physical with crew members, from slapping a costume person to shouting down makeup artists in front of everyone. And when they say, when an actor builds that kind of reputation, it doesn't take long before people start connecting dots. So now that Peggy isn't or Peggy is in the middle of a, fight, many people are like, maybe this behavior didn't start today. To make matters worse, this isn't the first time someone has spoken up. Actress Etinosa once openly called out Fredrick Leonard for what she described as gutter behavior on set. And back then, her words went viral. Now here, she said an actor called the script supervisor to come closer, which she did. Suddenly, he pulled her dress close to his face and used her dress on her body to clean his sweat. The lady protested and the actor was yelling at her and demanded that the girl be kicked out of set because he is a god. Thankfully, the director had the balls to reprimand the actor and stand up for the script supervisor. Note, he never apologized and his dad was right there with his PA. Even God will not treat a fellow human being that way. As at the time this was going viral, the internet was really, really sad about the situation because a lot of people, have gone through same, situation with Fredrick Leonard, came to the comment section, and a lot of people, they actually attested to the fact that he has always been an aggressive person on set and he doesn't do that in his own production. So this was another time when they said, Etinosa said, I didn't like the way he treated my sister on her set. It's funny how people do horrible things to, people and get away with it in this industry. And that was Etinosa still complaining about Fredrick Leonard. After we saw the clips of the CCTV, seeing Peggy push Taye a number of times without Taye touching her at all, people have started, going back to the past, digging up old stories and, whispers from the industry. Suddenly, it's not just about this one incident anymore. Nollywood colleagues who have, seen or heard about workplace tension or even aggressive behavior from some actors in the past are now coming out in support of Taye. And you know how Nigerians are, they are connecting dots. Some are saying maybe Peggy's behavior was influenced by, Fredrick Leonard's reputation on set, while others are warning, hold on, let's not, drag marriage into this workplace and all of that. But honestly, the lines are already, they're already blurred between what happened on the CCTV and what people remembered from, before. This scandal has, become more than a fight. It now feels like a reflection of long-standing tensions in Nollywood. So, I think if there's one thing to learn from this, it's that professionalism must always come first, no matter the heat, the delay, or the frustration. Respect is non-negotiable because now, instead of the movie they were shooting making headlines, it's the fights that stole all the show, Peggy said he came late, he came 12 o'clock when he was supposed to, had come earlier to the side, to the set. Taye said he didn't come late, that they even had started shooting even before the 12 o'clock Peggy mentioned, he came to the set. The story has turned into a reminder that fame doesn't make anyone above discipline and contracts must be respected on both sides. And to be honest, Nollywood deserves more peace and less drama behind the cameras. So my people, that's the full gist on Peggy Ovire and Tai Aimuro saga. What do you think really happened? Do you believe Peggy's side or Taye's version? Are you supporting in the whole of this mess? Or do you feel like both of them just lost their cool that day? Let's talk about it in the comments, because this gist is still very hot like jollof rice. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share so others can join the conversation. And until next time, it's your girl Esther signing out right about now from here. And remember, in Nollywood, sometimes the real movie happens after the cut. So I say cut. See you next time in the next video, guys. Bye.